You mind if I get down on one of these liquid death?
Please.
Sweet.
We're trying to get sponsored, so
fuck yeah.
make all of your reviews favorable.
We see all the other podcasts that have like liquid death just all over their tables and shit. So we're like, fuck it, we'll do it. I'm sure they're all sponsored, but like,
Yeah, we could start telling people. I think that's how you get sponsored, though, is you start like looking like you're already sponsored, so the other sponsors feel like they're left out.
Mm-hmm. We're actually going for an Aquafina sponsorship. We gotta make them fight for it.
Ew, Aquafina. It's the worst.
Dasani, I don't know. What's like the good
Evian.
water? Evian. Oh, I was
like
never
Fiji.
rich enough.
Fiji's good.
Fiji is good.
But
Evian tastes fresh to me, though.
Is it
Evian?
Avion or Evian? Is it no? Okay.
Evian, but doesn't it backwards say naive?
Oh.
Is that why?
That would
I don't know. I don't know if that was a
Evian?
joke. I've never checked it.
Evian
Evian, naive.
does.
This whole time they're just like,
Damn.
psych. You thought you were drinking
Fucking
fresh.
idiot.
And I even know the joke, and I'm like, it's way better.
All right.
All right, let's get her rolling. We're good.
Cool.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for today.
Why's that?
Just because it means the start of a new week.
Yeah.
It means we get to do this, which is fun.
Yeah.
I love doing this. I hate having to play in the morning. It's freaking brutal. I was so tired this morning.
I love breakfast gigs.
Breakfast gigs are great.
I was somewhat jealous.
When you're like, you love playing them?
I
I'll
love
have
being
to swap
there.
you in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put you in there because like
6 a.m. shift.
The vibe of it all is good. I gotta say, last week or this past week, the stretch has felt a lot longer.
It did.
And it felt even longer when I was making the drive over to your house to come here. Because I was like, I feel like it's been forever since I've made this drive, like way too long.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've just gotten into a groove of like having such a great time here.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I just need to have it more often. I wish
Yeah.
I could.
I've been, and then like I had the mental health podcast
Yeah.
throughout the week,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice because it gives me that like sense that I've done something through the week.
That's good. You created some.
Yeah, I did something. Yeah, and it just gives me more to do.
Yeah.
But like playing the gigs and stuff, I'm just like, oh, I want like I play them and I just want to get out of them.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be honest, and you know me.
Mhm.
I usually hate cover bands. Like
Mhm.
that's the worst thing is like going to a morning gig and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, great, you're playing more Jason Mraz. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait. What I really like about how you do it though is you always make it your own. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a breakfast party
I
now.
try.
Yeah.
I try. And it's like, that's, by the way, for everybody who doesn't know who that voice is,
Oh, hi.
you know what? Let's just get through the intro first. Let's go ahead and hit you
Yeah.
guys with the intro music. Let's go.
Let's go.
Anong ginagawa nyo? Sugod na! Sige na, sige na, sige na! Bunsa man mo? Ay, nako!
Welcome back to another episode of Nako.
I
I am your host, 24K. I'm going to change my name every time I start this episode or every time I start a new episode because I realize I've done that every time.
You have.
So, I'm your host. We have our co-host here as well, as always. My little brother, Kuya Vinny.
What's
Kuya
up?
Vince. We have our wonderful, wonderful production assistant, hair looking luscious and locked.
I was gonna say,
Dude,
you
it
did
looks-
something. It's a little more vibrant.
Okay, so
Today.
the deal is, I got drunk last night, and I went a little too hard on the razor, and I cut like my sideburns down, so I have to hide them with the
That's
fucking-
great.
So this is it's like it's a look, but it's not really supposed
It's
to
not,
be a look.
yeah, no, I don't rock it like this usually, but I will for the next like month or so while it goes back.
What is that Raggedy Annie look? Looks good on you.
Yeah, you know, it's
You got you give
can
me
see
like
a little,
a snowboarder look.
it's
That's not bad.
Were you
It's really
going
bad.
through something last night that prompted you to like, hey, I'm drinking, a haircut sounds nice?
Yeah.
No, I just was like, I was drinking the Sailor Jerry, had a couple
Oh.
shots. I was like, hey, I need a shave. And I just
Well,
got
I'm
fucking
here.
I started going hard. I started like hitting places I don't usually hit. And
Oh,
I was just like,
oh,
yeah, like,
oh, the full
wild
Kang
night.
experience, huh?
Wild night. I ran
Woo.
around shirtless for a while after a while. It was fucking crazy, bro. It was a good
Sounds
night.
spiritual.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah.
And the wonderful artist, the creator, the voice, the mind behind this brand new album, right here, Bitter Songs That Sound Sweet, Volume 1, which implies there's a Volume 2. coming. Maybe.
I threw on volume 1 at last minute because I was like, I don't want to lock myself down.
Rachel plays guitar, everybody. Right here.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Give us a. There we go.
Autographs later.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. I know it's super last second that I asked you to be a part of this, but you hit me up and we were just gonna do like a little solo thing today. And then you hit me up and you're like, hey, you playing like Sunday morning? And I'm like, hell yeah. And then how dope would it be to even just have you come and do the podcast too? So
Yeah, happy to be here.
Super awesome.
and you have we have another guest who's walking around sniffing everything.
It's your time.
Let's
Super.
go. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth right here.
The star of the show.
Star of the show, Jackson.
There he is.
buddy.
Look at him.
Look at his little face. Oh my goodness.
Say
There you
something to the
go.
people.
He's like, wolf.
Remember, what would you say?
He's like, I
Let
gotta
me
You're
go.
addressing
Yeah.
1 million people right now.
Hey.
1 million.
Hi.
1 million.
I appreciate you.
Jackson
4 years
Daniels
old.
the dog.
Jackson Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mm.
goodness. I love it. I had a cat and I was dating this girl and her last name was
Like,
her last name was
That's
Daniels.
dope, bro.
And her last name
Longest
was
gulp.
and her last name was Danielson. And we rescued this kitty, so I named him Jack because I thought Jack Danielson was a great name.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Jackson
Rest in
Daniels.
peace, Renee.
Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Danielson, but,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, poor cat. I had him in a
Well, you could have left
He's
that part out,
cremated.
dog.
That was
It
nice.
was a
But
good
hey,
story.
I'm paying my respects. He's cremated now. He's like
Okay.
a little necklace, you know,
Do you really still have him in a necklace?
somewhere.
Oh,
Come
come
on,
on.
dog.
Well,
I moved a lot, okay, and I went through a
I
lot
feel
of
like
things.
you had options with that though. You could have put him in like.
well, I
those
honestly
little
didn't.
Mini Jack
I didn't have the
Daniels bottles.
options because it was after we had broken up. I moved out of that house, so then he like died, and then they told me about it afterwards, and they're just like, "Here's Jack."
Stop.
I don't want to laugh because it's fucked up, but like that's also fucked up. Like,
They just
like,
said, this for you.
I know.
"Hey, bro." Like,
Hey,
It's for you.
listen, no, I don't think you do remember, but my dog Marshall before him,
I don't think I ever met Marshall.
we were on tour and I didn't get told until 10 days after he ran away. I got told the day we were going home.
Dang.
They're like,
No,
hey, Rachel, we need to talk to you. And I was like, what the fuck happened? What did I
Oh,
do? All
shit.
defensive. And they're like, Marshall ran away. I was like, we got to go.
Yeah.
And they're like, it was 10 days ago. So he's gone.
No, he ran.
They
I
knew.
know.
And they're just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
That sucks.
was it like they didn't want to mess with you on tour or something, or like?
they didn't want to like you were vital, like a crucial piece of the tour. They just didn't want you to like have to.
I don't know. I just don't think they wanted the shitstorm that would be if my dog ran away and I
Yeah.
knew. But I wasn't even doing anything that important at the time. So
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm.
R.I.P.
Maybe it was
Marshall.
like, oh, we forgot to tell. Like, you know,
No, everybody on the team knew and they were all keeping it a secret.
Aw.
That's so
Dang.
fun.
That's actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's
you-
it's like 8 years ago now.
Mm. Were you like an emotional person back then? Like super emotional or?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I can.
Was this
I
when
cry
they
a
were,
lot.
like, hanging out?
I'm just, because I didn't realize I was emotional about pets until I lost my first one. So, like, you know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't realize
Like I was animals are everything to me. So I
Mhm.
was definitely a mess. This was okay,
Mhm.
so I came back in 2016. That's when you and I were kind of gigging around and you were gigging and I was crashing the gigs. That's what actually happened.
Yeah, it was a good time, dude. Okay, so how like you know what like how I met you?
How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, how we met was like I started seeing videos. I was on Instagram, and this is back when like Instagram had 10-second videos,
Yeah.
15 seconds or some shit like
15
that.
Dang.
Yeah, and
Ages ago.
yeah, and I'm scrolling through, and I see this chick, and she's like got a loop pedal, and she's soloing. She's doing improv solos over, like on like this dope ass guitar. I don't know if you were playing like a Strat at the time, or maybe it was the ES335 or like some Gibson guitar.
I did have a Strat and then I had an SG too at one
An
point.
SG.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, okay, we got like this chick's looping. Her name's Rachel Plays Guitar. She's looping. She's like looping up these crazy ass like. So I hit follow,
Naturally.
and then you got like featured on Riff Wars.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is like this chick's dope. She's like putting out some sweet fucking content. And then you started doing like Mayor Monday things, and I'm like, all right, this person loves John Mayer. Like, holy shit! Like, and you found out you're like in Phoenix.
Yeah.
In Arizona, and then I got featured on Riff Wars, and then I think you like somehow followed me back.
Yeah.
But we somehow just got in touch.
It was such a killer community back then too. Riff Wars when like hashtags actually worked and people weren't just
Filling them up with
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Random.
yeah. And Riff Wars was like they were putting people on the map. They were
Yeah.
just like they were like one of the biggest guitar pages, and I remember like I was at one of my gigs and I just reached out. I'm like, yo, screw it. I'm gonna reach out to this chick. I'm playing at this place called Stella, and I was just like, hey, you want to come and play this show with me? Like, I can't really promise much, but like if you just want to come and jam, I would love to like meet and jam. And you showed up, like you just pulled up, guitar in hand, ready to go.
Rachel plays guitar.
Rachel
man.
plays guitar and like knew none of my set, and you just sat there and just improv'd over everything.
Yeah, that was back in the day where, man, I feel like such a different era of Instagram because it was 15 seconds. And I honestly, like, I am mediocre at best. And that's not me searching for compliments or anything. I just know what I like and I love to write songs. Rachel plays guitar isn't that I'm just this like shredder. Listen to me. So yeah, when you pulled me out, I was just like, okay, well, let's just do this.
Yeah.
I love, you don't need me. You've got a whole loop station where you're playing 16 different instruments.
And then I'm just like, you want to come to the next one? And you're just like, fuck it, I don't have anything to do. And next thing you know, we're like chilling. You're coming to like all my gigs,
Yeah.
just playing shows with me and stuff.
So
Which is
cool.
such a fucking fun time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think about it too. I'll just think about like randomly how like those drives from like Goodyear to like Scottsdale, where we're just sitting there chilling, listening to music and just talking bullshit the whole time. It's such easier, simpler times, I feel like.
Yeah, it was a different era for sure.
And then you think about where you were at then, and then you think about even more past that in the past, and then everything is just easier and simpler as you get younger and younger. So I'm like, damn, what was actually simple in life? Because now I'm just like, I'm sure 10 years from now I'm gonna look at this day and be like, well, those days were so simple.
Well, you know what's weird though back then though too? It's like, sure it was simpler back then, but simple wasn't easy. Like I remember the simplest shit like being so complicated in my brain.
True.
Now I'm like, okay, well things are a little bit more complicated. I got to figure out, you know, how this bill gets paid if I do this and
Right.
you know, whatever. But I find ways to do it. So I'd rather it be a little less simple with a little bit more ease of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a good trade.
Yeah.
You
Adulting
remember-
sucks sometimes.
It does. It's just it doesn't make sense. You kind of have to game the system.
Yeah.
Like if you try to play by the system's rules, you lose every time.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about being on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your tour or was that accompanying somebody?
Yeah, so I worked in the business side of things for a while. When you and I met, I was back from California. I'd lived in California for like 3 years. Was touring with a rapper named Snow the Product. And then I came back for a few months and then went back and then I tour managed and we had like 5 stores. We had a warehouse in North Hollywood and
Wow.
yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we don't have to dive into it, but I know there was like a lot of like shit that went down.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like, which I remember before you left, you were like, AJ, just come to LA with me.
Yeah.
You
fuck
were like,
yeah.
just come to LA. And I was like, you know, like I was at that point where I was just like, I could make a fucking big change in my life and just dip and like
Sure.
say nothing. But that's not saying nothing, but just, you know what I mean? Like I was at a point where I was just doing copious amounts of alcohol and drugs. And I was just like, do I make this change and just
Yeah.
go to California?
Where there's
on a
copious
whim.
amounts of drugs. and
Yeah,
alcohol.
on a whim
Go
and
be
just not
amongst
know.
your people.
Yeah. But
Well, I
but-
think my lobbying for that back then was as much shit went down that we can save for another day. One thing that did change my life in that scenario was I was around people who dared to like really believe this shit could happen.
yeah.
And that was invaluable. Every day being
Yeah.
around it being like, oh dude, I have an idea. Let's actually bring this to life.
Yeah.
And so me being around talented people like you and all my other homies in Arizona, I'm just like, I see how the gigging life can get so discouraging because you're just like, it's like the
Just
same old
thing
grind. It's 3
every day.
hours. It's you pull up there an hour early, you're there an hour later, and then people are just talking over you, and you're just like, it's very disheartening. So for me, it's just like I want to at least show this to you guys of like, hey, like get the fuck out there.
Yeah.
Like, this is doable.
Yeah. And like just exactly what you said. And what I told you this earlier when I saw you at my gig. But I was like, I look at all the cool shit my friends are doing, and that includes you. Like you put on your own headline show at the
Elks Theater.
Elks Theater in Flagstaff.
I thought you were gonna say
Prescott,
Elks
Prescott,
Lodge.
yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, like, what an accomplishment, bro! Like,
Oh, wait, what's the Elks? I feel like I've been saying Elks Lodge this whole time.
it's like some like
so
veteran shit. Like they have like
Yeah.
But you put on this whole headline show. You did that yourself. Like
Yeah.
you do all that yourself. You have pretty much since you've been back from California, you've like I've watched you just it's like as soon as you step foot back in Arizona and you were up north for a little bit, you just like saw your vision and you're just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm playing all these shows and I want to play like you were just you showed everybody your original shit and that's all you would show.
Yeah. Well, that's all I wanted to do too, because it was just kind of contradictory. Like if I was like hating my 9-to-5 life, like I went to college, I did the corporate thing, I fucking weave my way into certain situations, but I was like, well, now I'm playing music, the thing I love, but I'm now doing other people's songs and I'm fucking hating it and now I'm angry and blah blah blah. So I was like, if you're gonna do this, you know,
You're gonna do something you love.
you're gonna do it yourself. And it
Yeah.
didn't come with, you know, without its own hiccups.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was a disaster when I
Grind.
came back, but I was just, I don't even know how I had the
Oh, you battle. It's not just like the mental shit that you go through like with this business, but you also went through like a lot of medical hiccups too,
Yeah.
which I watched and saw on social media. Like you were very like open and transparent about all the things that you're going through. And so like when I started seeing like you just got back and you just like pushed through all that shit, I was like, damn, like Rachel's fucking doing it, so can I.
oh fuck
And-
yeah, man.
and,
I'm
like-
glad that helped.
And like just I have so many friends who are just doing such dope things. And it's like, man, like sometimes I get stuck in this mindset of like I'm just this gigging guy who like, you know what I mean? But then this podcast kind of turned it around for me. It's like I can do something different and I can do something fun and be proud of. Well, like not that I'm not proud of being able to like gig and for a living and stuff and do all that stuff, but like this is like this is a passion project.
Oh heck yeah.
And being able to do this with the people that I love and hang out with and all that, it's great. So, you know, this is part of the reason why I was like, man, if all my friends are doing cool shit, I want to do some more cool shit too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be up there with you guys while you're like,
Oh,
you know,
hell yeah,
we can
man.
all grind together.
Yeah.
And
worlds collide, man, too. Like you've never just been the gigging guy. You were always
Seriously.
the streaming guy, the video guy, you were always putting things together. So
Yeah,
I
and
think
I'm-
we all inspire each other.
100%. I think I see that within, you know, from the outside perspective, because I'm not in that space whatsoever. But like talking to friends and family, like people we grew up with and saw us grow up, they're always asking about you. And like, it's always like amazement that you're doing what you're doing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You don't necessarily see that or hear that all the time, but you know, you gigging music nonstop since you were little. And, you know, now we're doing the podcast together, which is great. You have your own podcast and now you're going to go win a rap battle soon, right?
A rap battle.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
it's,
Oh, let's get into this.
Yeah,
His hoodie, the get up.
oh shit, yeah, I'm,
He's
I'm,
gone-
I'm
he went
down, dude.
8 Mile on us today.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
My hair is. First of all, I'm not blessed with hair. Like you guys can't see Josh. He refuses to be on camera. He wants to be the voice behind everything. But like his hair is looking fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm so fucking jealous of how good your hair just looks.
You
It's
have hair
curly.
for video.
Yeah, dude.
It's all natural, right?
Yeah, and then like I take my shit off, and you're just like, whoa, bro, like.
He should just sit behind you.
Yeah, that's
Back
yeah,
and
I'll
have his
just
hair on
have the
top.
hair coming out.
Dude, I swear to God, people look at my hair and they're like, "Is he okay?" Like,
Oh no.
like how like is it terminal? Like, is it terminal? You know what I mean? Like I can't fuck with it's I don't know, dude. I don't fucking. It was a mullet at one point, and I just didn't cut it. So now it's.
It
I'm
actually
dealing
didn't
with
look bad as a mullet. It was you could rock a mullet, and I think it gives you more like shit. You don't have to like grow it out as long in places, so you can just kind of have the long.
I'm mad because I had a dope mullet, right? And then
I'm mad.
and then yesterday, there's a new guy that works at Taco Guild, and he's got like that fucking what's his name, Billy or Steve from Stranger Things.
Oh,
He's got
Oh.
that fucking mullet.
Steve
That's
the Hair
pretty
Harrington.
Yeah.
Oh my.
No. Did Billy have like curlier? like more full all over the
The
place.
kid that got possessed or whatever.
Yeah, the brother.
I don't know what his name was, but yeah, I know.
But he had kind of a mullet thing going too, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
The brother from the
later.
like third season or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
He has that hair, and I'm like, this motherfucker came in
He's
here.
got a fucking Fortnite glider
And
coming off
he's
the
got
back.
like a thick mustache, like no goatee, nothing patchy, just this thick fucking caterpillar sitting on the top of his lip.
Dacker Montgomery, that's his name. His actor name
Holy
just came
fuck.
to me. Yeah.
That's some Rain Man shit, dude. Like,
Okay.
calculating.
I'm good with like faces. I'm better with names when they're like super unique to me, and I've never come across a Dacker before. Dacre. Like that's such a badass name.
Dacker.
Dacker. You know what he was at the first thing I saw him in, and like I think after going into Stranger Things, people didn't recognize him as this, but I'm pretty sure he was the Red Ranger in the Power Rangers movie, the newer one.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Daiquiri.
Daiquiri. Yeah,
That'd
I
be
feel like they
Cool if
were
he had
just
red
trying to
hair.
spell daiquiri and they just didn't know.
they just
They're
forgot the
like, how do
rest
you
of
spell
it.
daiquiri? D-A.
Daiquiri. D-A-C.
D-K-R-E. Daiquiri.
That's a good.
Or it was a
enough.
typo with Zachary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say daiquiri or Zachary?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, it's pretty close, the Z and the D. Maybe the doctor or whoever.
Did you look at the
Yeah,
look
I
at the
was-
keyboard to see what the Z and D are?
Just to make sure, you know.
He's like,
doable.
They actually
Yeah,
handwrite
I mean-
on the birth certificates. So
Do they?
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
With those doctor scratch? Is
It's
that
a
why
very-
everybody's name?
No. The parents do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably why my name's all fucking. Neither of my parents had good handwriting.
Oh no.
oh, but yeah, I'm okay. So let me just let me rewind. We kind of we went off a little bit.
Daiquiri.
Little bit.
Daiquiri.
What's your deal?
I just want to say I'm proud of like seeing everything that you've done and doing that and
Yeah, let's bring it back to me.
that's why you're here. And then this and like I want to do more shit with you. I want to do like I'm at this point in my life where I can do whatever. You know what I mean?
And you are whatever.
Whoa, listen.
I'm at the point in my life.
I don't
guess
care
I could
anymore.
throw you on
No,
this
first of all,
Nothing even matters. So what do I have to lose?
no. I'm just saying, like before, I didn't have like this freedom. I really didn't have the freedom because it's just I was locked in my own mental prison, and then also dealing with like relationships and all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like now I'm like I feel comfortable enough to be able to be like I can go do that.
Yeah.
You know, like I can
The
like
mental
comfort-
space. To
Right. There are still times where like mentally I'm like damn, like I just want to sit back and do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
But like now I'm a little more free. I've been gigging a bunch. I'm like, I'm happier. I'm a little more taken care of than the last time you saw me. Last time you saw me, it was just.
I think we're all kind of going through it back then,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But I'm in this right here. I want to put this up.
Jackson says something.
Yeah, posters.
I
wait,
do. It was
wait.
for the show, but I do have posters.
That could
yeah.
be one of the first things on our shelves once we get them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
go.
still
We
decorating
need
in
the
here too.
shelf.
Yeah, we did.
I do have a confession though. It
Ooh.
looks like I told you Jackson was not a new.
It's okay. No,
Oh.
that's totally fine. That's why that's here.
Yeah.
For Jackson.
Jackson,
for
we
that-
left one on the floor just in case. That's really not, but I hope he doesn't get sick or anything.
Yeah,
but-
did he eat that or is there bits on the ground?
Oh, there's bits.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's fine. He's a dog. As long as it's not like the wires or anything. You know,
Oh,
even
no.
then, everything's replaceable. You don't mind. It's okay, Jackson. You're
Jackson's not replaceable.
You. Yeah,
That's true.
All the wires are, yes.
yeah. It's okay,
He's doing
Jackson.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to do things for sure.
Yeah,
I am.
Heck yeah.
I'm at a place too where every idea that comes in my brain, like I want to put one foot forward and try
Try
to,
it.
you know,
Heck yeah.
try to complete that.
The song that we were listening to before we pulled up was "Better Alone" featuring Sincerely Collins.
Yeah.
He that's another name too
Yeah.
that like growing up was coming up in the scene, and now he's like I don't know very much about him now. I'm not close with him like I am with you. So like, what is he doing? Great things too. Like he's just still
Yeah.
going up.
The thing I love about him is he is so his own artist. Like he's willing to jump into any vibe, any genre,
Hmm.
like no worries at all.
I love that.
Yeah, and
love
he's
that.
he's a badass man as far as like artistry. As a rapper, like I
Mhm.
even feel bad just discounting him, just calling him a rapper. But
Mm-hmm.
he just did a song with Freeway something guy out of Philly. Maybe his name's Freeway Philly. I don't know.
Mm.
But super dope. He actually had the intro song for the Suns
Oh,
last
really?
year.
Sick.
So yeah, they would
Nice.
run out to his voice.
That's
like,
sick. That's
yeah,
freaking dope.
He's just a badass. We've been needing to work together forever, and I just hit him up and I was like, I have this song. It may be completely out of, left field, but
He's like, nothing's out of left field.
yeah, he's
That's
like,
how I
you know
feel
me.
like it is.
He's like, do you
Yeah.
want me to rap on it? Do you want me to sing on it? I was like, you do you.
Seriously.
That's literally when people ask me if they want, like, they're like, hey, can you do something on the song? I'm like, what do you want me to do? You want me to rap? You want me to sing? You want me to play guitar? I love being able to like
Yeah.
just jump into something and be like, I love people when they go, can you rap on it? I'm like, can I? Like, I
Yeah.
love rapping on shit. I sing on things all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Give me a chance. Let me fly, Captain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, in working on this
Let me drive a
project,
boat.
working on this project was completely me working for the songs. I was at
Mm.
the mercy of the music. Like it
Mm,
was,
Sure.
I didn't go in there with an ego at all. It was just kind of like I brought my homies who play music too, and I'm like, here's my idea. What do you think gives here? Without trying to, because working in the rap world for so long, it becomes such a business game of everybody. You get somebody on a track, they're trying to out rap you.
Oh, gotcha.
You get somebody on this track, they just want to be on the track. They don't
Mm-hmm.
even fuck with you, but it's because it can make a big thing. For this,
Yeah.
I was just like, it's amazing to be around musicians who are just trying to make something lit.
Can we play something of yours?
Yeah.
Let's have a little listen here. This is, and by the way, who produced this? Because it's amazing.
Me and my homies. It was all produced by us.
You guys just did it also. The production value of this whole album.
That means a ton. It was engineered by Cosmic Soup, who's out here in the valley.
Yep, no, Cosmic
Jeremy is
Soup.
awesome.
What a name.
But yeah, he
Yeah.
was awesome. I
What's
went
your
in there.
favorite
and-
one, if you were to tell anybody?
Oh man, it changes by the day.
Yeah, I figured.
I would say the song that made me write the album was Bittersweet,
Okay.
and it kind of took like a
Did like that one actually. We were listening. That was one of the ones we listened to on the way here. And you said it gave you that jazzy vibe, but then you said it like picked up and had like the country, like the.
That might be the one. I want to ask you about your sound after
Okay,
we listen
yeah.
to this. Yeah.
Listen to a little bit of Bittersweet, and then
all right.
here we go.
Good chimes.
You're sweet like candy.
Am I gonna get copywritten strict for this? Strict.
I'll sue you.
I'm not understanding how you left me bitter all year long. And I guess it's congratulations to you. Saw his pictures hanging in your room. Well, I'm not alright, but I'll be okay.
Should be on a shirt.
Oh, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
love that.
The other day,
I felt corny for doing it.
Oh, it's so good though.
you might look back and call this crazy, but I still think about you, baby.
Should be the intro to my mental health podcast. I'm not all right, but I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'll have to talk about that.
I'm sitting out at the fire.
Like it's just such a vibe.
It's pretty good.
He's like, actually, I think it sucks.
Yeah, imagine King's like, I fucking hate this shit.
I'm gonna bring this person back.
Wait, who is this girl?
A couple of rhymes and a bottle of wine. Do you ever do the same and think about me sometimes?
That you soloing on it?
I'm not alright.
No,
but I'll be
that's my buddy
okay.
Chris Bennett that's playing that guitar back there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Dude. So good.
It all sounds
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
It really does. It's funny we're kind of talking about, you mentioned your what was the gentleman's name who did the
Sincerely
sound?
Collins.
Yeah, sincerely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said how he can kind of like jump onto anything. I was
Yeah.
like, that sounds like a lot like AJ, just because I've seen your trajectory, just growing up, watching you do all this. And as I was listening to your music, I was like, okay, I get so many different vibes,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to like have you categorize yourself or compare
So put
yourself
me in
to
a
anything.
box, huh?
No. But what would you, if there was like a genre that you had to like pick to at least represent this album of yours?
Well, I had to because when you pick distro, you have to put it out there.
Yeah.
I think it's pop.
Okay.
Honestly, like, because I love hip hop, I love jazz, blues, all that kind of stuff. So really, it's most of the stuff is a 2-5-1, a 1-4-5. Like, you know, it's pop chords. It's not real complicated.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
throw some dissonance in there every once in a while, but
I heard your voice was very jazzy in a lot of the songs, which is great. I mean,
Play a lot of jazz chords.
yeah.
blues
Well,
and
they
minor
fit well with
sevenths
my
and-
voice. I'm not a classically trained singer. I didn't learn to sing until I was 20, 21 years old. So I had to really kind of find my groove and my frequency
Sure.
within sound. So I think jazz chords just work for me.
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
Thank you.
Jazz pop.
Jazz pop, yeah.
You make your own, like, you make your thing.
Jazz pop.
The first thing that came into my mind was barnyard jazz because it started to sound a little like
That's a
it started to sound like a little countryish.
So that song in particular, and
Yes.
even this album, it was way out of my comfort zone. There's a
really?
song on there. Sorry, my dog is so annoying.
it's okay. No, he's good.
This is ridiculous. I'll kick him later. But even with this album, it's totally different than like I've done songs where kind of like the Skylar Grey kind of vibe where it's like I'm doing a hook and we
Sure.
produced it very hip hop and now insert rapper here. And I
Gotcha.
love that. But this, I was just kind of like, let's see where it goes. It's a little more country. It's a little more singer-songwriter than I'm used to. But I really tapped into all of my friends up north who are just such raw artists that are like diversified, whether that be country or classic rock or Americana or old country or whatever. And I was like, what do you hear? Like, I just want to hear what you hear and let's see if we can create something. So my buddy Nick, who plays drums for me a lot and guitar and bass, he plays everything. He gave me back the drums for this one. And I was just like, fuck it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then my friend Steph then put the horns on and I was like, I feel like we need a goddamn marching band
Nice.
like down the street kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
So cool.
Yeah, the horns. Oh my god! And you got like the production value of this whole album is amazing. And this is why I was telling my manager earlier. I was like, "You're gonna love her stuff." The manager over at Montauk,
oh yeah.
Sammy, was like, "You're gonna love her." So he loves anything, like he loves music with horn sections in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And like this is something I would definitely tell somebody like, "Yo." I mean, I'll tell everybody about this, but like if they love stuff specifically like that, you guys have to listen to this. It's amazing. Where can they find this, by the way?
It's on all streaming platforms. And then, sooner or later I'll get my own website and, have them up for sale. But
Yeah, we're trying to get that stuff rolling for this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
speaking of production value, holy shit. I feel legit.
And we're still working on a lot of stuff. There's a lot, like, well, trust me, when we get you back here sooner rather than later, you'll see a lot of this stuff has changed. We're just
This
We
is
had
great.
wallpaper. I'm still
there was
sour about
wallpaper
that.
up here. It was a wooden wall, and then we spent like fucking 4 hours one day trying to put
Fucking
this shit
laying
up.
it all out, sweating like
Yeah,
That's the
sweating.
shit that makes all this worth it though. I've been listening to a lot of stuff lately that it talks about you got to be willing to go through kind of the rougher areas to get to whether that's music where you find your sound. Like you got to be willing to suck. I'm not saying this sucks.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to be like,
No,
"Oh,
it's okay.
Not,
Just
it's
tell
not,
us.
It's like you got to be willing to be like, hey, that's not done yet, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because if you keep waiting for everything to be perfect, then
So like,
Well, we sent it the
think it's
first
kinda-
episode. The first episode, there was the cam girl wallpaper up there, so it was like, it was.
yeah, it was
What
it
is
was
the
a purple
cam
it was a
girl?
purple flower, but like it when I showed people the pictures, like this is my studio, they were like, that's an interesting wall.
It was like
Like,
a weird
it
faux
looked
marble
like a
thing. Yeah, do you have a
flower.
picture?
yeah, I want
I
to
have
see
a
this.
picture of it, and somebody told me that it could see the clit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angle of the flower and the petals, to some
Oh,
people. Someone
so-
brought it up. It looked like a female flower. I was like, oh,
There
probably-
we go. That was day one. Also, without the.
I mean, I don't know.
wallpaper here on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
There's
So-
also a black casting couch in here. We
yeah,
leave
we
that
had,
out.
we had the
There's
casting,
that.
the couch that's outside.
I
there.
missed out on all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Bring
we
the
put
purple flower back.
Oh,
Well, so we had the. It was just we're like we want to make it more podcasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
more our own.
More our own. So then we.
So
put
you
it,
hate
we
women.
Wow. Oh,
I've been waiting to get to this topic. I'm just kidding.
Listen, right? It was. We're trying to just make it more gender neutral. Okay.
Okay.
We wanted to.
So boys can't like flowers.
I'm getting attacked.
Yeah, you're digging
digging
yourself
my
in.
own
Fuck
fucking hole right
yourself
now.
on this.
Sorry, I hold the power in this one.
Yeah, you do. You do hold the power.
Just smile and agree.
We are
Get
outnumbered.
canceled.
It might not look like it, but we're outnumbered right now.
So we put up this wall, this like wood panel wall. We saw it in like some other podcasts. We're like, that looks fucking dope. So we found like this wood panel wall, and we sat here for like it was like one of the adhesives. So like we're sticking it on the wall, like this looks good. When we got done, after a while, we like stood back and we're like, it's a little crooked. You know what I mean?
The whole thing.
It was a bit crooked, yeah.
It was like if you so we sat down like in front of it and put the cameras on
Uh-huh.
so we can like level everything out like camera wise, and like looking at it when you see somebody sitting straight in front of it, the wall is kind of like,
So it had flavor. It was character.
but we're just like,
Have a
this is
vibe.
fine. I was
I
like,
mean-
this is fine.
Look at Joe Rogan. I mean, #1 podcast in the world, and his fucking shit is just like a brick wall or whatever.
Yeah. So
It's the
but
same
Some
thing.
we
neon
didn't care, but I was just like, I was
Yeah.
stoked. We're so we did this. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
we
hell
did
yeah.
this. So like 4 days later, we come for our first podcast to like to with the first podcast with that wall. My brother and I show up early, and I open the door, and I just see this like white piece of paper hanging off the frame, and I'm like, that cannot be good. So I look for the switch, and I can just feel paper hanging off the wall. I turn on the switch, and the whole fucking wallpaper was off the wall. We didn't. I don't know if we didn't stick the shit right, or we just.
I think it's because we didn't clean off the old shit as as much as we should, or one of those cam girls came in and sabotaged it, dude. I think that might be what.
That could be. They're like,
They were
you
like-
ripped my flower off the wall. Typical man.
Yeah. So we pretty much just said screw it. We ripped this whole thing down, and we're just gonna put up pictures and stuff on the wall.
It kind of looks abstract.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, abstract.
Yeah.
yeah, that's abstract.
That's a word.
It's fucking Picasso right
That's a
there.
Kind of my life
Mm.
is an abstract. I don't know.
So what do you have going on with you now? Now that you've got through the headline show in Flagstaff, and you are
Prescott.
Prescott.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
not big enough for Flagstaff yet.
Wait,
We're
was it
gonna
Prescott?
cross
Oh,
to
it was.
Flagstaff.
Oh, I keep saying Flagstaff.
No.
It was in Prescott.
Yeah, in
So it was-
Prescott.
It's
So
the only place north Arizona.
yeah, everything's Flagstaff. to me.
Flagstaff. It's Flagstaff, then Vegas. That's his like.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything in between.
What do you have planned for now?
For now, so a couple things. I'm doing a few VIP shows that I'm doing like VIP stages at Talking Stick Resort.
Mhm.
The first one being Foo Fighters, which is pretty amazing. It's not on the main stage, but it's the VIP stage next door. So
Daddy
Um,
Grohl?
yeah, Mr. Grohl, if you see this, no,
That's freaking sick.
yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I did it last summer too for the Backstreet Boys, and ended up getting to meet the freaking Backstreet Boys.
That's
What?
so sick.
Why
Yeah.
didn't I meet you and become best friends with you sooner than today?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, but it was crazy because we were cleaning up and like I was getting yelled at by the security guard because he was just mad at me for existing, and he's like, "You're not the main person, so I can yell at you."
Oh my.
But I'm carrying my amp out. And it's like 70 pounds, and I'm just like struggling. And he's like, "Get out!" Whatever. He's not yelling like that,
Yeah.
but he's just get out of here. But Brian from the Backstreet Boys sees all this going on.
Did he save you?
Oh.
He comes over and he's like, "Rachel, right?" And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
He knew
But
your name.
but no, this is
like you guys are on a first name basis now.
yeah. He's like, "Rachel, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
Play cool, play cool, play cool.
Yeah, play cool. I was like, yeah. And he's like, and then finally the security guard left, but he's like, I was hearing your stuff right outside the bus because all the buses are right outside the VIP room. And yeah, he was just like, it's kind of like an Amy Winehouse, Nora Jones kind of feel. And it was so dope. And I wanted to record the whole conversation, but I was like, this is
It's a
one of
moment.
those that are,
Just a moment.
Just
yeah.
It's so much cooler that you could just say it happened, and then like it doesn't need proof or any. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I took a picture with him like after. It was
awesome.
like a great conversation. And then finally I was like, can we get a
Did you
picture?
call him like Brian, or did you call him Mr.?
I was like, be right.
What up?
What's up, Brian guy?
Well, no,
Fry guy?
it was funny because like he was one of my favorite as like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God. As I shook his hand, he's like, I'm Brian. He reaches up like this because I'm fucking tall. I don't realize that I'm
He's
just
short.
Yeah, he's like 5'5" or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Short
He might
King
be-
Brian.
Yeah, short King Brian for
Mhm.
sure. But I grab his. It's not that he had little hands, but
That's an awful place to gulp when you grab his.
You're like reaching down, like, oh.
Hey, we'll see you guys after this.
He wasn't short
the
everywhere. Oh God.
It's just like so
I have a
awkward.
certain set of skills. Oh wait.
Yeah.
You got Liam Neeson a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but then the last thing that he said to me after we took the pictures, he's like backing up, and it was like a fucking movie, I swear to God. And he's like, just keep going. You never know where it can take you. And he
I feel like
went
he
to his,
disappeared
like,
into like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Fades away in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
He just disappears into the back streets.
It was so badass. Oh my God. With all the
The
other
background just changed. Like the lights come on, it's just streets or something.
I'm like, I gotta stop doing drugs. And that's when I stopped drinking.
Yeah. Oh shit!
You know?
Oh, it was just
It
Brian, the
turns out he
security
never-
guy.
He's like the security guy. It wasn't even Backstreet Boys.
Damn.
You know, I'm actually homeless.
Oh
He's
no.
gonna hear this and he's like, "I'm 6'3".
I know.
We haven't played Arizona in like 7 years.
That was not me.
That's so cool.
Crackhead.
He's like, "I'm
I
happy for
know.
your sobriety, though."
I know.
He's like,
That was daiquiri.
that was Zachary. That wasn't Brian. That was Brain. Like,
It's like, I'm not all right, but I'm here. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to do that again for the Foo Fighters.
yeah.
And then I have,
That's gonna be the best.
oh
The
God.
best.
Well,
The
yeah,
best.
dude.
That was good.
That was a good one.
That
That
was a
was
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Did you say no to the test there?
We were hoping this was cross that one off the jokes list now.
Oh, where-
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Where was I going with that?
I don't know, but I feel like
Dave Grohl. You're gonna meet.
Oh
Dave
my
Grohl.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I was going. So Innings Fest. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but Foo Fighters played. And it was about month or 2 months before Taylor had passed.
oh,
And I remember being like, I went to that show. I got tickets. Like one of my homies hooked me up with tickets. And I just went alone.
mm-hmm.
And so I was like meeting friends and stuff in the crowd. Friends, they were strangers and more.
Yeah, making friends.
Making
Yeah,
friends,
making
yeah.
friends. I was getting drunk. I was having the time of my life, actually. But then as Foo Fighters are going on, I'm like, fuck, my phone's dead. I can't get any videos.
Mm.
Best thing that ever happened. Because I was so in that.
Yeah.
Oh
show.
yeah.
And I was just like watching the whole time, like the way Taylor played. And I was just like the camaraderie on stage. That's the thing that you dream of as leading a band. Like
Yeah.
that you could just have that, what is that? What's the word I'm looking for? Congruency?
Synergy.
Yeah, that synergy.
I just
Rapport.
threw that one in there.
Rapport. Bigger words. We need a 5-pointer. Yeah, so that was like I got to see them and I felt like it was such a magical meant to be moment.
I
And
feel
then
like-
for it to come full circle.
And now you're playing like the same show, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I said, VIP stage.
VIP stage, but still, like
Yeah.
that's you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else.
I'm
That's
on the
you.
bill. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
contract
you're on the
I
bill.
signed.
Live
100%.
Nation.
Yeah, it's pretty
So awesome.
it's
So
surreal.
Yeah.
So
And you've done this a few times now. You did it like Halsey.
yeah, I did Halsey.
Who else?
Alanis Morissette, which was a dream come true. Yeah. I didn't get to meet her.
Oh, isn't that ironic?
No, okay.
Well, where's
No.
where's the irony in it though?
You
gotta-
cross that one off.
Okay, no. I
No.
just keep thinking Eminem now when I see
Nap, get the back, get some.
This is massive Mathers.
You either sound like Eminem or Donnie from the Wild Thorns.
No, you know, it's interesting you say that. And I think about this a lot too, is that when you don't have your phone with you and you get like in that moment, like, yeah, you're bummed that you don't have like a physical memory to like look back on that stuff. But like
Well, you do have the physical one, not the digital one. Though.
digital memory, but like you can't like, yeah, you know what I mean. But like my whole thing is, and I beat myself up a lot, but like I'm the kind of person that I forget to even pull my phone out during stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like if my friends come from out of town and we're having like a weekend together, everybody's like phones out, taking pictures, snapping, and all this stuff. And like I don't touch my phone. I'm like in the moment. And then I get a little bummed out when they leave. So I'm like, damn, I didn't get any pictures. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but I didn't get any pictures because I was in that moment with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like that's my favorite thing is like maybe it sucks I won't have like something to look back at, but it's right here. you know?
Yeah, I get so torn sometimes because I love taking video and I love just like recording moments and like pulling those random. I've been doing that since high school, since college. Like I would create little videos. I played basketball, so I would create these videos for like my team, and just everybody really like loved that. But I think we've kind of overdone it with how social media is now, because it's like, am I trying to get this video to prove to myself that I was there?
You're just
Or
trying to
is
tell everybody else you live a
Right.
cool life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I have to check myself too, because honestly, I like to have like you said, be in the moment, have those memories, and then I've gotten back into writing, and then I write about the memory as soon as I like get home, because I'm just like,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's way better than like, because it's like recording, taking videos of fireworks on July 4th.
Right.
Like everybody, like nobody wants to see your goddamn fireworks video.
Yeah.
Like you're never.
I like that writing, like things.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I
I
had.
started writing dreams recently.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's terrible.
Scary.
Do you
Knowing him, it's scary, but the idea is cool. Yes.
have terrible dreams?
Terribly weird ones.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Yeah.
Of
We
little
talked
weird-
about it last episode, and yeah, they might have gotten a little sadistic, but my dreams are just all over the place.
You can't, like, knowing what the other dream was, you can't just like casually be like,
Well, you know what? You have to listen to that episode, right? But like, it was bad.
Yeah.
But like, my dreams are so weird because I think it's just like, is it because I chose to drink like that Coke before I went to sleep, or like, is there something like?
Was it cocaine?
I don't know. It's just like
drinking or
I
snorting.
know.
Like, what-
no. It's just like my brain. Just when I go to bed, like it's just like, hey, what's the most fucked up thing we could think of, and let's just put that in your sleep movies. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I used to have. This was like for years. I would have terrible dreams, like night terrors, where they were like apocalyptic.
Ooh.
Like I
I
remember.
have a lot of those.
Yeah, there was one in college where I remember, like, I looked out my window and I felt like I was awake, but I looked out my window and there was just meteors falling from the sky and people just running. And then there was like acid rain and
You remember it too.
vividly.
That means it means something.
Yeah. And I woke up the next morning and then I just got to writing, but I will tell you, because I haven't been drinking the last like 15 months or so. And since then, like dreams have chilled out. And I don't eat sugar either. So
Oh.
I think it might be a sugar thing.
yeah, there's so many things that like my brain is just sensitive to external shit. So once I cut that out, I was like, oh, peace.
Damn. So,
That's wild.
not only have you been sober from alcohol for 15 months, but you've been sober from sugar.
Yeah, I mean, I've had.
Like you probably have like natural sugars, but you're not
No,
like
I'm on keto.
you're on
Nice.
keto.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
like pretty strict keto. I've done like a little dirtier keto, which I even hesitate saying because you're either in ketosis or you're not.
Right.
But I'll have like those protein things that has sugar alcohols
Mhm.
that are not actually sugar. But yeah, I've completely cut it out.
Wow.
So
Good for you.
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah,
Well, you look great.
thank you.
Everything's working. Also, speaking of luscious hair, your hair is just now I'm just starting to realize like it's your
I was
hair
getting
looks
jealous
great, too.
earlier because we were talking about his hair, and I was like, "But mine, look at mine."
Brian.
No, my hair is a disaster right now. So it's
That's why mine's underneath this M&M hoodie.
Do you have any more hoodies?
I do actually.
We're just everybody's in here with hoodies.
everybody just puts one on.
Starts to look like a cult.
I was listening to the radio earlier, and I wrote this down, but I feel like I want to start going through. I want to do like a top a specific segment on the show where we just think of things that are bullshit.
Think
Like,
of
this
things
is
that
like
are
this is bullshit, right? Like this is what I think is bullshit. You can argue with me. I don't care. I'm gonna stick with it. I think astrology is bullshit.
Okay, I gotta bow out of this conversation. I can't have it. I can't be say. I can't
Oh
have
no,
it.
is it because of Nina?
Nina's like a crazy.
Oh, Nina's gonna
astrologer.
hit me on this.
Here's my question.
It's cap. It's 100%.
What's my question? The moon. People say this a lot better than I do. The moon affects the tides, right? So if our bodies are made up of what, 75% water,
A large portion.
isn't it fair to say that the moon and things going on outside of our planet could affect our bodies and our moods and all that thing?
Okay.
Did we just break you on? the
Yeah, you
first
might have just.
effect?
I mean, that's what always gets me. I'm not saying that I'm a diehard, but I know.
Wait, okay,
I'm
you know
a
what? You know what I think is
Taurus, and
bullshit?
Tauruses.
The signs.
The movie.
What are you?
What do you think I am?
Ooh,
When's your
good
birthday?
game. Fun game.
This is What do you think I am?
When's your birthday? And
No,
also-
I can't. No, you can't do that. That's cheating.
What do I think you are?
Based off of like my personality, all right? Because everybody's like, "Oh my god, your personality, you must be."
Do I get 2 guesses?
You can have 3.
Oh, Leo.
No,
Aries.
no. But this is her guesses, so you can't. That doesn't count. You can say Aries.
Okay, that's the one I would go for. Sagittarius.
No,
Scorpio.
no.
What are you?
I'm a Gemini.
That's such a Gemini thing to do.
Yeah, exactly, right? And it's like I can't stand that. Makes me mad.
Jesus.
Mad just makes me mad.
He just starts throwing shit.
Calm down.
Be another monster. My inner Kyle's coming
So
out.
you don't have any, like, you've never had an experience where you're like,
Oh my god, shit!
This
It's
is
such an
Well,
Aquarius.
here's the thing though, is because you have different parts of like different houses. What the fuck is it called? You're right. You
Hogwarts.
have your son's sign. You could be a Gryffindor. You could be like your sun sign, your rising, and your moon. So your
Right.
moon is like it affects. Why do I know all this shit? TikTok. TikTok.
You want the misogynistic
I
answer?
know. Yeah, give it to me, huh?
Because you're a woman.
Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did it? I'm assuming gender now. It's 2020.
yeah, you're fucking up. Just calm down.
But yeah, I think there's I was like, let's start out on
Why
that
do I
one.
know all this?
Yeah. Well, your moon sign is like your how like you approach tasks or something. Like my moon sign is a Virgo. When I found that out, I was like, that makes sense because I'm very meticulous about having order to things and having structure.
Is
But
that what it
then-
means? I'm a Virgo. I also, so like,
Your moon sign?
or I'm September 21st, so I think it's like Libra Virgo or something.
Okay,
but-
so that would be your sun sign. I'm in no way like a expert
See, this
on
is the
that.
thing. Is like, so is it saying that Virgos are very?
They're very by the book and like have structure and
Yeah, that's just wild.
but see that's my moon, but my sun is so this is my like how I present myself, I guess, is a Taurus, which makes sense because I'm pretty fucking hard-headed and stubborn. You'll never meet somebody who's ever known me who's like, oh, she's pretty easy to push around. It's like, no, I'm a bull.
Yeah, but why can't that just be because that's just who you are?
Well, I'm sure.
Why do we have to
there's-
put like signs on everything? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
I'm with you. I don't.
Deeper question, but
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's kind of BS as well because I feel like it's got, at least nowadays everything has gotten so generalized to where like it's almost like the guys who claim to be magicians and they're like oh, I can guess your what you ate for breakfast, but then they just ask these like open-ended questions and it's
it's like, yeah, it's like it was food.
right, yeah, and everyone's like, oh my god,
That
you guessed
applies to
food.
me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's so many different things like
Generalities. There's like so many like general things that people look at and they just immediately apply themselves to it, and then they go,
They're
"Oh
like,
my
that's
god,
so me.
yeah, that's so me." Oh
Right.
my god, it's like, yeah, that's because you're a Leo,
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's like, no, that's because that's just who you are. Like that's just who you are as a person. And I don't know. I heard that earlier, and I heard. Go ahead.
It makes sense. Like I get how it could be one or the other, but like there are certain scenarios because I'm like not a super big believer or anything. Like I always thought it was bullshit. Like not my thing. But there are certain things that like once you learn what someone is or whatever, I think it's like what are they like the confirmation bias or whatever. Like
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you know it, like you start making the
100%.
fucking,
Just gravitating towards all
yeah,
of the
you're like, oh,
information that
that's
feeds that.
why, because it
Yeah.
kind of justifies something that like you don't really have justification for prior.
Sure.
What I will say is every video production guy that I've ever worked with has been a Virgo. That's all I'm saying.
You a Virgo?
Yeah.
You're not listening.
It is
like,
pretty
5
wild.
minutes ago?
Yeah, no, it is pretty well. I think when you go to listen to like people who are actually educated on the topic and then they start explaining it way better than I can,
Sure.
you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I think there are a lot of hacks out there
Yeah.
that literally just generalize, and they're like, so as a Taurus, as I pull this card, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. It's like,
stop. There's no way this could be 95%
Yeah.
of the reason you function.
so you may have hair. If you have hair, this may resonate.
Yeah,
Like,
you're a Leo.
yeah.
You're just looking at it bald, like fuck.
Must not resonate.
No, this is hearing that all the time and just like, oh, that's so Gemini of you, or that's so blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think people use it for excuses, and
It's like to justify somebody's actions. Like
Yeah.
people use it, definitely use it a lot to justify their actions and how they act and react. And
did
shit.
you have an experience or something?
I have
You
all
might have
kinds
been
of-
damaged, bro.
Yeah, I might
like,
be damaged.
who hurt
You're
you?
passionate.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I just what you said is funny because like I have this friend who, and this is an exaggeration, but like she does this thing where she'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm a Virgo. Like that's what happened. You know, like hit a curb and be like, I'm a Virgo.
No, that's because you fucking suck at driving. Like,
you know what I mean? It's like,
Or it's because she's a woman.
all right, you said that.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
you're-
I was deducting from what you said.
I don't know. I was
Reading the
completely
room.
avoiding all that. I think we're rubbing off on you a little bit.
You come out here like, man, fuck women.
I know.
Oh my god.
Why can we vote?
More rights. Why?
I
Like,
know.
Jesus.
My
yeah.
body, your choice. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's comedy, guys. Comedy.
don't take it seriously. We love.
One of us.
Yeah. See, this is why we do this, because we're having fun.
Mhm.
We're having fun, and we can joke, and we know it's all jokes, and we know it's all banter, right?
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 Right? We love horoscopes.
In reality, we love them. You have a tattoo of your
Fuck
Gemini
those
sign,
signs.
dude.
You have a tattoo of your signs and you're talking all this shit.
What? No, I don't.
No, I was just
Oh.
kidding.
I was like, oh
I
my
was like,
God.
wait, do what? I don't even know what tattoos I got. No.
The other me got it.
Oh, I have a Taurus one. To my credit, I was hammered when I got these sticker tattoos.
All of
but-
them. Like,
Well, I mean, like, if it means something to you, great.
what are the other ones though? Are they like telling a story, or it's just random?
Well,
What'd you say? Just random.
Just
I
random.
thought you said vandalism. I was like, oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Skin
how
man.
this story started. I just got drunk one day and then took an Uber to Glendale, California, and then
As you do.
yeah, and then I really wanted a tattoo. I finally got paid. Like, it's a long story.
Yeah.
It was stupid. Anyway, I love them. Yeah. So this is a dragon.
You're right,
Because-
George and
You
Dragon.
want to put
Oh,
it up? You want to put it up on that?
Oh,
Don't throw it up like.
I don't know. You're the dragon.
Okay.
And then I was writing an album called Sunshine, Rain, and Other Weather. And so I put sunshine and rain. I love
Oh.
weather. I think that I talk about that all the time. Weather's neat. And then
Not in Phoenix.
I think the desert is so fascinating. I love it.
Yeah.
Then I'm a Taurus.
So what's on the other?
This is woke. It was pre what woke became, which isn't
Yeah, it was like the
neither here nor there. But
Yeah, yeah.
We're woke before everyone else was woke.
pretty much.
yeah.
They're very
So
different thing.
the
Yeah,
rapper
yeah.
that I worked for, she had created a clothing line in like 2010
Mm.
called Woke, and so
Dang.
she actually owns a trademark for it. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Been
yeah,
hijacked now.
It really
it's
is.
taken on it's gotten too big for its own good. I mean, even
Yeah.
it was like it went super left, and then Donald Trump had Woke, and then it was just like what?
It's very polarizing.
Yeah, words.
So it's funny to like have this tattoo now. People be like,
I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, and it's
oh no.
yeah. Oh no, this is so stupid. It's this. I want to get this,
Oh my god.
but I
Why?
want it on my. I want it on my knuckles.
how would you have that?
What?
So it would be these, right? But then I'd have like this.
So your finger guns.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
peel
so
one
then when I
back
put
and
one-
then
so-
it like this.
Finger gun
so then I
inception.
just put my fingers together and then just be like,
So you're a tattoo
My
of
nails
the
will be in the
action
way.
that you're doing.
yeah,
Like, that's.
it's stupid as fuck, dude. But like, I'm like, all right, I'm covered up at this
I
point.
mean, it doesn't really matter now. Like,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get a neck tattoo.
Yeah?
I
Those
almost
are very
want to commit.
strong. Like it's one or the other. Some people look. I'm like, damn, that's badass. And some people, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I'm afraid that I'd be like one of those people where it's like
So,
you
like,
can't go back after
yeah.
it's there.
What would you get though? That's the thing. Is like,
I would want to get. So I have that song "To the Ocean,"
Mhm.
that sailboat that's like on top of the cloud. Like, so I've always thought of like having that. It would be like probably back here.
Oh, you're talking about just like a side of the neck.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like full. I thought you were talking like full on.
I'm not gonna blast the.
That would be sick if you
throat.
got like a ship, like the front of a ship, and then like the rest of it was just like the ship around
It's
your
like a
neck.
carnival cruise line.
Yeah. And your head is just like the fucking just sitting on the top of the ship.
And then it goes. Then there's like the stairs to the island on my back. And this island represents like.
You know how some ships have like the mermaid statue at the helm of it.
figurehead.
It's Rachel.
It's just Rachel.
It's Rachel plays guitar.
RPG,
ship.
and then it's got
Yeah.
like 2 RPGs literally. It's
Yeah.
like it's the mast.
RPG as the guitar.
Yeah.
I want to get my neck tattooed as well, but I worry that like if I tattoo my neck is just like I don't know. I feel like I'm just so fucking. Shut the fuck up, dude. What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing?
Speak.
You thinking of some
Speak.
fat shit, dude? You thinking of some fat shit right now, aren't you?
He is.
You
I
were,
was just like, bro, like where? Like,
Oh
I'm fucking done with this podcast, dude.
no! He's like, I can hide my tattoo from my parents. It's under here.
It's fucked up, guys. Oh my god.
No, it's,
neck tattoo. Like, don't you need a neck first?
Oh
Jesus.
I'm fucking. I'm fucking weak.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I tried so hard.
Are we ending on this?
no!
I tried to fight the urge so hard. I was.
When the artist is like putting the stencil on, he's like trying to stretch it out. He's-
Hey, stop. No more
I would just call it off. I'd be like, all right, let's do something else.
Oh,
Let's do
fuck.
something else.
Oh fuck.
I'm sorry. I really tried.
I'm on a journey, all right, guys.
That got dark.
I was hiding. I was like,
Is it more fucked up if I laugh or if I don't laugh?
Laugh,
Oh,
please.
Laugh with
Okay.
us. Laugh with us. I hate your knuckle tattoo idea.
Which
Yeah,
I like your neck tattoo idea.
yeah.
Um,
What do you want?
what don't I want? No, after getting my chest tattoo, I was like, how cool would it be if like a tattoo like just reached up a little bit, like not something on the neck. So I was thinking like if there was like an octopus tentacle that just like barely creeped out of the shirt or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like hinted at there's a tattoo here.
Yeah.
But not all of it.
Oh my god.
We got high velocity AJ here.
No.
Like Hercules holding your
Crying.
fucking head up.
Yeah. You know the strong
Yeah,
man.
the strong man.
The strong man. That's so
He's holding your head up.
That's
It's like
so good.
Atlas holding.
Yeah,
the fucking
that's-
earth.
I'm crying. I'm sorry.
You're very high pitched right now too. This is great.
Well, in the world, you could have your octopus coming out. I
Yeah.
want to stay true to your idea.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
This-
The tentacles.
Sorry.
Oh, we're like the same person. So when he started saying that, I knew exactly where his brain went. Oh,
Where,
fuck. I'm
where
sorry.
Brian went.
His brain went. Oh shit.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was a very big deviation. I like. Anyways, neck tattoos could go either way, really.
Yeah,
Could
100%.
go either way.
I have a bald Brittany.
Oh my god, you do. You do.
Yeah.
And it's really good though, like really
Yeah.
detailed.
Yeah, that was from Boo Boo Negretti, who was amazing. But yeah.
It
Um,
scares
Can
me.
I
That's
get
how
a
you-
picture
that's how
of
real
that
it
so we
is.
could show that
Oh,
on the.
That's
Yeah.
actually sick.
That's
Like,
how real it
Yeah.
is. It scares me.
No, that's
looking
when
at it.
I was working with all the crew, and I lost a bet.
You have a scorpion on you too. That's so cool.
Yeah, I have a scorpion. I have some weird.
I am a Scorpio.
I have 0
Are you?
tattoos.
Yeah.
None.
She's like, oh, I thought
Oh,
you were an
really?
Aquarius.
You don't have any?
Zero.
0.
You don't want any. You just haven't gotten around to it. Explain yourself.
It was like, so there's the dark time of my life. I was doing some weird stuff, and like I didn't ever want to get like
Oh, associated
shirt
or like.
ripped or like they're like, oh, he's got these tattoos. Like if I
Wait.
get arrested. and
Gotcha.
stuff.
Gotcha.
It was
Weird stuff like illegal activity.
yeah, lots of
Okay.
them. Yeah. It
Gotcha.
was a dark time in California.
Yeah, so this is
Fair.
like
California gets dark. Bro, been there.
this is one of my best friends. And when we were gigging and I was doing the streams, he was usually like watching those.
Oh no shit.
You remember her from my streams?
I think so. It was it's
Yeah,
hard to
dark
remember
times.
a lot of
But,
things.
like- A lot of those times we would like be playing video games late and just like in a voice call or something, chilling, watching random shit and like doing drugs.
Shit.
Lots of drugs.
Yeah, and drinking, and it was again dark time.
Been there, man.
Yeah, and so we both made the executive decision at one point to just be like, dude, cold turkey, let's just stop. And he was living in California at the time, and obviously it was here. So then he ended up moving out here,
Got a
doing
job,
everything. He's
you
killing
know.
it right
Shit.
now. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. It's not easy to pull out sometimes.
Don't we know it?
He's got 3 kids.
Yeah, he knows it better than most.
I just didn't finish my sentence.
Oh,
Just gulped at the wrong time. Oops.
It's not easy to pull yourself out of those situations.
that's not what you said first. You said pull out, right? So you can't just change it.
It's not easy to pull out.
It was a journey. I was like, you know,
Sorry, I'm on.
it was a road. You know, you know, made it. It was a weird, like, we were riding a motorcycle. I was riding a motorcycle. It was like a, you know, I was all
Were
over,
you in
over the place.
a motorcycle gang?
A club, but yes.
That's
and
actually really cool.
It's not that cool. Like it was sounds really cool on paper, but like being in that,
Oh, I bet
it's not
it's
that
yeah.
sick. It's dope riding up and down, you know, California, going all over the place. But
You were in a motorcycle club and you don't have any tattoos.
yeah, they really pushed me to get them, and I like
Yeah.
decided not all the time. I was like, no.
Shit.
Like
for
it
you.
was very hard. They were paying for me. They sat me in the chair,
Oh,
got me drunk. Like every
That's how I
fucking
got bald
five-
Brittany.
every 5 minutes, I
Wow.
felt like they were trying to get me to do this new thing. People were like, we had tattoo artists in the club, and they were like, well, fucking, I'll blast you up, practice, blah, blah. I like
Damn.
vehemently refused every single time, and now I don't have any at all.
Good for you. That
Yeah.
takes.
Damn.
Mhm.
super strong.
Would you get one?
No, it's
He's
been
like,
this
well,
long.
for the
like-
podcast. You gotta get one.
yeah, I mean, might as well to get one right now.
The
like,
purple
like,
flower.
Well, we have some guys in the. I'm just kidding.
yeah, we've got a couple of the girls actually.
You wouldn't get any?
No, I mean it's been like 30 something years now, bro. Like
So?
like it's we're
But like you don't have like you've never thought like yeah that'd be cool, kind of cool, or like maybe I like want to memorialize something or
nah, like we had all my family, you know, with all the family shit, all the deaths, they were like all getting tattoos to fucking symbolize this person, that
Yeah.
person, and I've just fucking made it like it's cooler now to me to like not have them than it is to like just go
yeah
out.
sure.
You know what I mean?
So you think you're better than us?
Not better, no, just made different.
You think you're cooler than me,
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
Shout out to Mikey P.
Mike Posner,
I was like, who?
Mikey P. We were on like on a nickname basis, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Right
Mike Posner.
guy.
Mike Posner is actually like a huge influence just as a person. That motherfucker is, and an artist, like
Mhm.
so honest and so just like
He's one of those ones that
transparent.
just like he was too pure
Yeah,
to like be in the industry.
yeah,
Like you just know the industry could not fold him no
No.
matter what. Like no matter what they wanted him to do, he's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna walk across the United States."
yeah, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved watching that whole journey.
Oh. So that's where you get you're just looking at Mike Posner and you're like, I'm never getting a tattoo. This guy's
Does he not have any either?
No, I'm just
Oh.
the same mentality.
I don't imagine he does.
I
Connecting.
guess that, yeah. I mean, I'm just a really big Mike Posner fan, dude. I fucking love him.
You
Oh,
name
really?
2 of his songs.
You think you're cooler than me, and
It's just cooler than me. But yeah.
no.
Did you listen to his last project, top to bottom?
No, I actually have never listened to Mike Posner.
Pill and Ibiza is him, right?
Are you not a fucking fan? Because I was about to dive in.
No. I'm not a fan. I'm not.
He was just like into my
Now I feel like a total noob.
No, I think.
Fuck that guy, Mike Posner.
Yeah, who the fuck is Mike Posner?
Yeah.
What a Mike Poser.
I bet he
more
has
like it.
tattoos.
Yeah.
stupid idiot. Oh shoot.
I feel like Mike Posner would be one of those guys that if you had a conversation with him and when he got done, he would disappear like Brian did in that dream that you had.
It wasn't a dream. That was
It's like-
real.
it sounds like one.
That was rude.
He would just be
Don't
like,
gaslight my
he was like
experience.
Posner out.
Yeah, probably. His last album though was so cool. Like
Mm.
you'll have to
Yeah.
listen to it because I
Yeah,
can't.
I'll
Yeah.
so he walked across go back to that. He actually walked across the
Yeah.
whole U.S.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like it was
Forrest
just
Gump kind of.
yeah, pretty much. I don't know why he did it. What was the reasoning?
Well, his dad had just died, and then then Avicii died, and he broke up with his girlfriend. It was a whole period of things.
So he was just like,
yeah,
walking.
that's that.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
Dude,
It's going through his journey.
I tweeted. So when I first left California, I tweeted that I was like, I want to ride my bike across the country. I didn't even have a bike. Like,
Bicycle.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, a bicycle. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, right? I would get to the next town and be like, God damn it, why'd I do that? Fucking
cruiser.
stupid.
My legs cramping.
I'm taking
Yeah.
the Huffy down yonder, dude.
You know,
Like, where am I gonna sleep?
we have a mutual. I think we have a mutual friend, Daniel Miller.
Yeah, yeah. He walked across.
from like California to New York.
Yeah, he walked across the country.
Why?
I would want to.
He did it to like he was trying to raise money to shoot like his own short film. So he like wanted to
Took him,
make
like,
like this
4 or
whole
5
big-
months or something.
Yeah, he like walked. He just kept walking. And then he would update whenever he had service.
I've always wanted to do it. Like,
That's-
no bullshit. I just think it sounds like, even just driving, like being on tour. We went on 8 nationwide tours, and like even being that close to the road and different cities and everything. Like, I loved it. You get to see the world a different way.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like on foot. But that's quite the commitment. Like
Mhm.
getting from here to Northern Arizona, which only exists in Flagstaff, like that would take.
Getting from here to the car.
I know. I was gonna say.
That's what I'm walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And then it's like,
documenting
where do
that
you
trip.
sleep? What do you, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe just don't sleep. You know what I mean?
He was like sleeping in like
Walking.
sides, like in fields.
Yeah.
He, like put up a tent. He had people like donated like backpacks and tents and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
before his
yeah.
journey. He like put up a tent and then he just sleeping. I'm like, that's wild to me. Then I guess like some places where he didn't know people, he would stop, take a shower,
Yeah.
like have like a full dinner because he was
My poser.
his
Like
posing.
if I do that,
He was-
my hair would be one giant dreadlock.
You just got a
I'm
beard.
Like, I'm like, hey, I'm walking across the country. I don't know why my
Yeah.
voice.
It's just- what do you sound like that at?
I smelled some biscuits and gravy. What?
Those damn car fumes. Global warming. That was the name. That was part of the name of my first like homemade album. Was called Bar Tunes and Car Fumes.
Oh my god, sounds very sad.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a very sad album.
Like
But, like-
garage, like garage.
like a
clothes.
trucker.
It was, well,
A
it
trucker
was
that
Bar
goes
Tunes because I
musician.
was playing gigs at bars, but then it was Car Fumes because my car kept breaking down all the time.
Bro, relatable.
So I just smell car fumes all
It's a
the time.
little too real.
I know. It's a little too close to home there, bud.
This album comes with a scratch and sniff. Whoa.
This is what it was like for me.
Smells like car exhaust.
Yeah. Don't worry though. I was asleep most of the time I was driving that thing anyways. I'm pretty sure if you
God.
put me out, dude. Oh,
I
out.
think we're
Yeah, we've
getting
rolled
close.
this for a while, but I just want to say thank you for being an awesome guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I blacked out the whole thing. I don't even know what I said.
You don't want to
Don't cancel me.
Everybody, again, check out this amazing album right here, "Bitter Songs That Sound Sweet" by Rachel Plays Guitar, Volume 1.
Forward a little, so it's a little light. There you go. That's fine. Okay.
There we go. Is that good? It's probably better like right here.
Burr.
But you guys can stream this everywhere. And I'm pretty sure once that store gets going, you guys can just follow her on social media, so you know it's Rachel Plays Guitar everywhere.
Yeah, Rachel Plays Guitar. RACHAEL.
RACHAEL plays guitar. And yeah, what's gonna happen when you stop playing guitar?
I think it's just a meme at this point.
Just Rachel played.
Rachel played guitar.
played guitar.
Yeah, Rachel sings.
It's really just Rachel Plays Guitar because I write all the songs on guitar.
Mm.
Because that's the only instrument I know how to play. I do want to learn piano. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
We might have a rebrand.
Maybe Rachel plays keys. It's shorter.
But I feel like Alicia Keys already kind of took that. So it's like,
Is your last name not Keys? Alicia Keys?
I don't think it's Keys.
Damn, that's a sick ass name though.
Yeah,
I always thought it was Keys. I
I
was like,
always thought
that's,
it was keys too.
that's pretty like convenient, you know, that like that's the thing that she chose. But if that's not her name, then yeah.
So did you guys ever think about that album real fast? Her first album called Songs in A Minor.
Mm.
That's- That's what the name of her album was. And then it dawned on me like, oh, she was a minor. Songs in a minor.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh, but why does it got to be in though? You know, like that's kind of problematic if you think about it.
Well,
The 2000s were problematic.
Yeah, they were.
Have you seen these like resurfaced Ashton Kutcher clips? I mean, come
Yes,
on.
like,
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Oh, that's another thing to
We
talk
coulda got
about
into
too.
that.
Is that whole
Mia Kunis, Ashton Kutcher.
yeah.
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
coochie coochie coo.
Ashton Kutcher, am I right?
What is it? And then Masterson or Matherson or something.
Masterson,
yeah.
Danny Masterson is
They wrote
going
the
to jail for
character letters.
30 years.
Yeah.
30 years to
For
life.
30 years to life for the R
Right.
word.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. And what was it? It's 2 women, right?
Yeah.
2 women.
He had 3. He was charged 3 times, but only convicted twice or something.
And then Ashton and Mila Kuchar and Kunis.
The Kunis is kind of correct. It's
Yeah.
the Coochie.
They both wrote character letters,
So
Yeah,
what
the
is
whole-
but then
Past
videos came out about them
Yeah, I mean,
today or something.
let's be honest. Like, if any videos I think came out from most people in the early 2000s, like they were,
Yeah, it
people
was a
were-
different time.
yeah, which doesn't excuse any of it. However,
Doesn't excuse any of it, but like to go that far back during a time when like everything was pretty much an Xbox, like Call of Duty lobby,
Yeah.
and people were just getting away with saying like everything and anything, and
Well, and then TV show like Ashton Kutcher was 19, and they were setting him up in this show with a 14 or 15-year-old.
14. Yeah, she was 14 when she joined the cast.
And then they
of
were
70
making
show.
they were making bets on if he was gonna use
Yeah,
tongue and like this.
yeah.
It's like that's gross. That's super gross. I think there's a difference of being like 30 and that. Regardless,
I feel
it's
like them
gross.
with
It's
that
gross.
whole
It's
thing
gross.
because they're together now. Like it's
Wait,
like
are they?
Yeah, they're
Oh.
married.
they've been married like
Wow.
forever. But there was another clip that I guess it was Ashton talking about when Hillary Duff was underage and
Yeah.
waiting for her to
I
turn
remember
18.
that being like a whole point that guys used to talk about all the time.
And still
where
people
it's
still
like,
say shit
We
like
can't
that.
wait till she turns 18.
Yeah, like people said that shit with like Billie Eilish and
Yeah, it's
who
disgusting.
else? Yeah, it's like it's
Disgusting.
gross. It's gross.
Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah,
Girl.
said that about her.
Yeah, she cashed in on it. I mean, she made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, she made it her own. You
Yeah.
know, there's
Yeah.
you
She
can
took ownership of all of
Yeah.
that and just
just like, all right, I'm gonna make some money. So that's a really good thing to end on right there is underage girls.
Yeah, no. But like that whole Ashton Kutcher.
Kutcher.
Yeah, why did we were just
So wait, what is a character letter though? This is like some kind of
This is-
thing that they
it's
would
like
write.
when they're like basically asking the judge for leniency because this person was a great person to me.
They were
Like,
convicted.
yeah, I understand that they're convicted, but can you shorten the sentence because they were always some kind of person that would come that I could go to for advice, that kind of thing. Like they just try and like tell their character outside of the shit that's obvious. Like, hey, their character's pretty fucking shitty. Like
Dang.
he did this to women and he's getting convicted for it, and so like
So they knew that he was already convicted.
Yeah,
when
he
they
was
wrote this?
sentenced.
Oh.
and they did it.
They
yeah.
wrote it in response to
Yeah.
ask for leniency.
Apparently, according to them, they
Was
said
it
that
them or their lawyers?
it was them.
Them?
But they apparently, according like their family, had asked Ashton and Mila to write the character letters.
Yeah.
So why they went around to doing it, why I don't know, blows my
Did
mind.
they help? Did it help the guy?
No,
30 years.
30 years. He said,
So
yeah.
I
he
mean, it didn't do.
didn't
anything.
do shit. It just ruined their.
I'd have just
career
been
for
like,
them.
no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
do
I'm
it, bro.
good.
Sorry.
Yeah,
but now
I
all-
wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. People do some weird, sick shit. Even if you like, even the people closest to you, you're like,
Yeah.
they would never, but they did. It doesn't mean like, oh, but I knew this person. It's like,
Yeah.
And
trying
apparently,
to do?
all this other stuff too. Topher Grace, who played, what's his name, Eric Foreman, the main character. Topher Grace was apparently during the show was casted out of like the little boys club that they had. It was like Ashton.
he was a square. or
Yeah,
something,
pretty much like they just like never invited him out to drink, so he would always just like get done shooting, go home, get done shooting, go home. He never had like a relationship with any of the other guys in the cast, and so all the people on the cast were pretty much like all. I don't know if they all wrote character letters, but they were all like trying to just hoping that Danny would get out of this. And Topher's just like he hasn't said shit. He's
Yeah.
like fuck y'all. Like you
It's
guys
just
are
the-
fucking like he probably saw it from the beginning. Like
It's
'cause-
the old school boys club. I mean,
Mhm.
I see it being in California for all that time. I see
Mhm.
it. You see it. People see it in their workplaces, and it's not a foreign concept. We all fucking deal with
Yeah.
it. But
I don't
yeah, I
know.
hope that fucker. You know.
It sucks, but like, are we our mistakes of our past, especially of our past, like distant past?
Well, if they're those
know what I'm saying?
mistakes, then yeah, I think you really can't live that down.
I'm not saying that we should be able to or anything like that, right? Obviously, wrong choices are wrong choices, but like the fact that someone could potentially also get shunned and shamed for trying to like shed light on the times where someone was a good person as well, I feel like that's not necessarily fair, right? I mean, obviously it's maybe it's an outlandish thing to say in today's society right now because we're so focused on the negatives. Like that's what people thrive on right now, the drama, the trauma, like all of it. We just want to see who's doing the bad things. How can we like exploit them? How can we make sure that they're shining in this darker light or, you know, worse light?
I think there's room for forgiveness and for letting people not live and die by their mistakes. Absolutely. However, in this case,
Sure.
they wrote these letters to ask for leniency in sentencing. And
Yeah.
now when it comes to, you know, like he R-worded these girls.
Yeah, of course.
He drugged them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's got to live by that.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that-
like it's just a consequence. I don't think, you know, fuck that guy, go to hell. And this is coming from, you know, side note, like I don't believe in the death penalty.
Mm.
In all cases, I don't. Because I'm not God. I can't make those decisions. But when it does come to like this guy did some pretty atrocious things. I don't want him in society.
Yeah.
Do I think he's the devil? No. I don't want him in society though.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. If it was like, and again, I'm completely, this is like all hypothetical now because I agree with you 100%. Everything is situational and it should be treated as such. But like if this happened like earlier this year, right? If it was a recent thing, I can understand because there hasn't been time for people to change in that, you know what I mean? Like to believe that you had changed from this old person that made those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But this was, I mean, how long ago, right?
Well,
So,
no,
like,
no,
is there-
I mean, the fact that he did this doesn't matter at this point, like the time. I think that it doesn't
Actions
matter what
have
time.
consequences.
The actions have consequences. It came
Of
out.
course.
Yeah.
It came out. No,
But
like
now-
if you did that and you hid from that like, your whole life and you went away from that, like I hope that you get sent straight to hell. For
It's
that
like
shit, you know what I
Jeffrey.
mean?
That's like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, well, he killed all those people like 10 years ago,
Yeah. So
and he repented.
but that's I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, is there a time, like a period, right? If someone was willing to like commit, and you know,
No, I
obviously
think
it would
that
have to be publicly put out so everyone can confirm that, oh, this person's making the best choice of their life every single day. You know what I mean? Or is that just you're written off now? It doesn't matter what you do the rest of your life. It doesn't matter the good things that you might do while you're sentenced in prison,
No,
right?
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. But I still kind of like, I think it's all encompassing that actions have consequences.
Of course.
And regardless, like, I hope the guy finds some peace, and I hope
Yeah.
that, you know, because you don't do that to people unless
No.
you're demented inside.
Right.
So I hope that he finds peace, and I hope, you know, whatever his relationship with his higher power, whatever that is, like, gives him some peace. I don't know.
And then I
hope
think
he does good in the world
Of course.
there-
that he
there-
can.
there are like those situations where people do dig up other people's past and be like, oh, so and so said this
Yeah.
at this time, or they used to say the N word and they used to say the
Yeah.
F word and blah blah blah. And like, okay, yeah, we were living like we grew up in times where like people would say that. The same people who are so against it used to be the same people who would say it all the time, and I know these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And do I think those people can change? Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, they're two very different things too. It's
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a spectrum.
Again,
Dig it,
situational.
you know.
Digging up
100%.
like people's social media is
Well,
posts
okay,
shit.
and yeah, people being like the Ashton Kutcher thing.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher, it's like, sure, he was saying these things on camera. Did he do the things that Danny did? No, not that we know of.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's kind of like that you can't put him in the same box. Like, yeah, what he did was wrong, and I hope that, you know, they talk about it a little bit more. And I hope Hollywood continues to have these open
Mhm.
conversations of like, dude, stop scripting these things so a 20-year-old is having to make out with a 14-year-old. What
Yeah, it's
makes
wrong.
that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I think there was a lot of that going on behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
As far as like with the Weinstein guy, the Harvey,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and just like all the gross like things that happen on Nickelodeon sets and all that shit too.
Yeah.
That just like
Amanda Bynes. That
Yeah.
yeah, just like a lot of that shit was just happening because they were so impressionable, these kids, and like, and so it's now that they're all older and they're able to like talk about it, it's like okay, yeah, like
Yeah. And a lot of times if you don't, I want to say this right, but if you don't heal from the thing, you can end up becoming the thing.
Yeah.
And not in all aspects. There's a lot of people that struggle that haven't healed, and they're not going to do that, but it's just a cycle sometimes.
What was that phrase? Hurt people, hurt people.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But healed people healed people. Healed people.
Sometimes.
Something. I don't know.
Maybe. I hope so.
If they have
Yeah,
the
I hope so, too.
healed people do heal people, and I think healed people heal people, but not by trying to heal people, by just being
Yeah.
the person they are.
Yeah, not being a preacher out on the corner and condemning everyone else.
Yeah. I am healed. You shall be too. Well, that was
That's
wow.
like a fucking.
The outro to
real?
this episode.
Oh, wow, way to make it dark.
So we were gonna end like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you know what?
Decided to
Hey,
get into
astrology. You know,
It's just,
the moon just said nope. We're staying here.
I know.
just Gemini things.
I know it went from him being so happy, which is like Gemini, and
Yeah.
then so dark.
What if that's what their letters say? It's like, please be kind to sentencing.
He was a
He was a
Gemini.
Leo. He's a Leo.
This is his moon sign.
I know.
Well, is there anything that you want to promote before we close this out? Do you have anything coming up? You just want to shout out the CD and
Yeah, man, stream the album. Stream all my music.
where can we find you?
You can find me on farmersonly.com.
Woo!
I tried to wink and then my eyes just
You just
closed. And so
I thought they opened more. Just like, find me on
Find me on Farmers Only.
hunksandchunks.com.
Playing the best barnyard jazz you can
I
find.
know. You know, all the things. Just look me up, all right?
Rachel plays guitar. Heck yes. Pleasure having you. Thank you so much,
for being
Rachel.
here.
Thank you guys for
And
having me.
you know what? Bubba made this a thing, and I kind of want to stick to it.
What?
The whole yelling "I Nako" thing at the end. Is
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
on
Can I
three,
do
we're
it?
gonna yell
Yeah.
"I
You guys-
Nako."
You too, Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson's on "I Nako."
This is not like a term that I can't say, right?
No,
No,
can
you're
say
good.
This is it's a Filipino term.
Imagine.
It's just being like just. It's
You're
pretty
good.
much what this episode was. Just like, wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You know. So
Okay.
yeah, "I Nako" on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ay, nako!